As an artist, what would you consider a doodle? A lot of artists I follow share their really nice drawings with doodle caption, but for me, it's a masterpiece. Honestly, for me, it's something that I just kind of turn my brain off and draw. Even if it looks really, really polished, like on my standards, if it's something I didn't really thought about it over hours and hours, and I just like randomly just draw it in a couple of hours in one sitting, that's a doodle for me. But I think that's really different for everyone, huh? So don't be discouraged if you're like, oh, but this is not a doodle on my terms. It's just every artist has their own little way of classifying their works. So when it comes to creative stuff, creative process and whatnot, don't compare yourself to other people. If anything, compare yourself to yourself of yesterday, yourself of a month ago. They lived a different life than you do, and they experience different things, and their process is a lot different from yours. So there's really no need to compare yourself. I know it's hard, but you'll learn not to. Because when I was little, I compared myself to others, but these days it's just like, I'm me. How do I compare myself to past Ina? I laugh at her failures. I'm kidding. No, I don't laugh at my past failures. If anything, I celebrated. Sometimes I go back and see stuff I've drawn like a couple of years ago. I'm just like, wow, I improved. As corny as it sounds, if it wasn't for past Ina, I won't be here. Sometimes when I see people who look at someone else's art and be like, oh, I'll never be as good as them, so I probably shouldn't even start drawing. It's like, that's kind of like finding excuses to not try at all. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. It's like, if you really wanted to create something, what's stopping you? At the same time, it's like, why do you draw? And kind of think about that. Like, do you want to be famous for it? Or do you just want to be able to say, like, be satisfied with yourself for creating something? It's the kind of things you'd want to think about, like, and kind of analyze it. Because I think, to me, drawing to become quote-unquote popular is a different mindset than drawing to, be like, I like making this and that, in a way. Yeah, so when you are doubting yourself, comparing yourself to others, maybe try to see why you're doing it in the first place. And then also realize, to get to where I want to be, what should I do now? What can I do? Instead of going like, oh, this person draws so much better than me, I'll never be like them. Be like, what are they doing right? What can I do so I can do things right like them? It's really hard for me to be actually